We're going to talk today about practicing presence. And looks like I need some practice in that myself. So what is presence? Staying in the moment, even when it's difficult. And the difficulty might come from your distractions. They can be good things, things you're excited about coming up next. They can be anxieties, things you're worrying about that happened in the past or what might happen in the future. But the past is gone and the future is unknowable. All of our living happens right here, right now. And when we start to spin, to perseverate, to get into those ruts, we aren't really present. So what are the ways that you are already practicing mindfulness? This is rhetorical, but you can think about it. Some of the things I put down are meditation. You're here. You have shown up. That is practicing presence. Maybe you come to yoga class or you do yoga on your own or other kinds of exercise. You show up for that. For some people, prayer or singing, dancing. Some people love to cook. Some people love to eat. And even something like washing dishes. We've talked about this before, but something as mundane as vacuuming or washing dishes can be a really wonderful sensory experience that helps us stay present. I mean, imagine when you walk up to the sink, you have the visual, which may or may not be pleasant, but it is definitely engaging. And then you turn on the water and you hear the sound. Maybe you put some soap and you see the bubbles. Maybe you smell a fragrance. And you put your gloves on and you put your hands in and you feel the warmth, you feel the slipperiness, you feel the moment when the dish becomes clean, that squeak. These are all ways of being mindful. And, nobody wants to do dishes. I mean, some of us like it more than others. I happen to like doing dishes, but we'd all rather be doing something else, I suppose. But there are things throughout our day, throughout our lives that we need to do. And if we can turn our experience into a moment of mindfulness, it becomes more enjoyable. It becomes more grounding. It becomes, it feels as if we're not wishing our lives away by thinking about the past or the future. So how do we recognize when we are in a mindless state, mindlessness? You drive your car and you don't remember how you got to the place that you've arrived at. That's happened. Forgetting what you just ate, or if you took your pills, your vitamins, forgetting someone's name right after they say it, forgetting where you parked, listening to a podcast or an audio book and having to rewind because you've noticed that your mind has wandered and you don't know what's happening. So how do we bring ourselves back to the present? I talked about, that sensory experience of washing dishes. So using sensation, we've done this, we do this pretty much at every time we meditate. Where do I start? But with look around the space that you're in. Notice where you are. So go ahead, look around and see if you can find something blue. Okay, I've found something. And now keep looking and see if you can notice all of the blue things. You can decide what blue looks like, whether it's teal or turquoise or powder blue, baby blue, sky blue. And take just a moment to look around. I've got a blue block and a blue bolster behind me. I have this adorable little blue elephant that my daughter gave me. Mindfulness. Now, if you'd like to start to turn your attention more deeply inward, allow your eyes to close or take a soft gaze. And begin to notice, maybe you start to see a picture in your mind's eye. Maybe you're seeing all the blue things, or maybe the yellow things, because that's the complementary color. Sometimes that happens. Begin to notice what you can hear beyond the sound of my voice. Can you distinguish different sounds? Sounds that are further away and sounds that are closer. Sounds that are more like a constant hum. Maybe it's a heater or a fan. And sounds that are intermittent, like bird song or traffic noise. And as your eyes remain closed or softly focused and your ears remain open, begin to notice what is underneath your hands. Maybe they're resting in your lap or on a armrest, or I have mine on my desk in front of me. And notice the texture. Is it bumpy or smooth? Cool or warm? Is it pleasant or less pleasant? And then begin to notice the feeling of your clothing against your skin, or maybe the sensation of your feet on the ground, your bottom in your seat, your back against the floor or against the back of your chair. Can you feel the sensation of the air around you, the space around you? Maybe you feel air currents. Maybe you just have an awareness of the vastness of space around you, and an awareness of the solidity of the earth beneath you. Take a gentle breath in through your nose. Notice if there is a fragrance. I was just arranging some flowers, and so I have the memory of the smell of the peonies. Subtle, but beautiful. Maybe you smell perfume, or that smell of autumn, of leaves that are starting to turn and rot. It's a good smell, I think. Maybe you smell something unpleasant. Just notice that. And then slowly swallow and see if there's a taste. Maybe it's your coffee, or you've had a piece of chocolate. Maybe it's something that isn't pleasant. When we are in sensation, when we are in a sensory awareness, we are present. And all of these things are different ways of accessing presence. Let's take just a few breaths. You can sit in awareness of any or all of the things we've just gone through. And begin to notice the sensation of your breath without changing it, without judging it. Just an awareness of your breath coming in and going out. Inhaling and exhaling. Notice where you feel the breath. Notice where it goes as it enters your body and as it leaves your body. So for the next little part of our meditation, I'm going to give you a mantra, which is just a phrase or a couple of words that you repeat to yourself, just in your head. And it helps because we notice more quickly, perhaps, when our mind has wandered, when we've lost the mantra and started going down another path. So the mantra that we're working with this week is, I am here, the ultimate statement of presence. So as you inhale, think to yourself, I am. And as you exhale, think, here. Inhaling, I am, expanding into that idea. Exhaling and releasing and grounding with the word here. Inhaling, I am. Exhaling, here. Stay with this practice for many repetitions. Noticing if your mind wanders and coming back. We'll move into some quiet. In to deepen your breath, bringing small movements into your extremities. Maybe rotating your head gently from side to side. If you're lying down, roll to one side and pause. And ever so slowly begin to make your way back up, allowing your attention to stay deeply inward. There is a noticing as we drop in to meditation and a noticing as we come out, returning to the space around us. When you're ready, blink your eyes open and take a moment to look around your space and find something red. And then see if you can notice all of the red things in your space. I don't know about you, it brings a smile to my face. Maybe red's not your favorite color, so look for purple things, whatever is going to bring you joy. And then when you're ready, come back and let us seal our practice with one chant of Om for the joy, the community that we create when we practice together. If you'd like to join, bring hands together at heart center and we'll inhale. Om Shanti, peace, peace, peace. Jai Bhagwan. May the light in each of us be victorious. Thank you for sharing your practice with me and with each other.